maybe like practical advice for people listening. I know we have like people all different ends of the spectrum listening as far as, people just out of their playing career or maybe, was an athlete 20, 30 years ago. I know like oftentimes when I went to a chiropractor, it was like after something bad happened. But do you think there's maybe benefit to like, like tires on a car, like preventative care is maybe the best thing you can do so you're not stuck on the side of the road, trying to fix a tire, right? Like from, for our listeners or even for our perspective, like do you think that chiropractic serves a purpose in like preventative care like before things happen? Or do you think it's, I don't know, I guess, or is it
Yeah.
when you start to feel a little off or what's maybe some thoughts there?
Yeah. And I think that's where there's no definitive right way of this is how you have to use chiropractic. Okay. The majority of people that we see come in with a problem. Okay. That's the nature of it. And so people come in with pain. And so our philosophy is really let's help you solve your problem, whatever that is. Okay. And then when we get to the point where hopefully you're feeling great, your problem is solved, you've got one, two options. Okay. You can come back when something hurts. We'll be here. Okay. Second option, and this is where, as an athlete, this tends to make sense, but we can get on what we call a wellness schedule or, like you said, preventative care. Okay. And the whole idea is, uh, it's just like anything else, right? It's no different than a diet or a workout plan or anything. I mean, you're any area of health. The idea that if we can maintain and prevent something bad from happening, let's do it, right? And so most people that choose that option are seeing a chiropractor anywhere from once a week to once a month, depending on who they are, what their goals are, what season of life they're in. Um, and then it's just, I think if you're an athlete, if you're somebody that's looking at, what role can chiropractic play for me, you have to just determine if you're getting value from what we're doing. And I can tell you all the value and show you all the studies and give you the testimonies, but it's going to be individual to each human being. Um, if there's value in that you find from doing what we do, then keep doing it, right? And I think I always encourage people because just like anything else, you got bad chiropractor stories. I had a bad experience. I had this or that. And too many times I think you get burned by it and then you just throw out the whole profession. Chiropractic doesn't work for me or,
Yeah.
well, I heard this lady had this or that. Experience it for yourself. Chiropractic works. It's been around, like I said, long enough. And there's enough people doing it that if it was a hoax and mumbo jumbo, dude, they wouldn't let us do it. So, it's got to find the right individual, and then the relationship matters. The specific chiropractor, the specific business, you got to find the one that meets your needs. Um, and again, it's all about delivering to us patient centric care. Put the patient in the middle of where are they going, what do they need, and how can you help them, and then let them make the decision.
For you, how much of it is like when maybe a client comes in for the first time, how much of it is asking questions to relieve the symptoms versus trying to find the source of the issue for maybe like back pain or headaches, if that makes sense?
Um, yeah, it's a good question, Colin, and there's a lot of ways to answer it, but I think with a lot of people, like I said, there's not one specific. It's easy when you have a specific injury or this happened and now I have this pain. Okay, it's easy to kind of pinpoint. Most people that we see don't fall into that category, and so it's getting enough information to go, what things are contributing to this, and what are we doing that's causing the body to respond this way. How can we help alleviate some of that, and then how can we give you things to prevent that from reoccurring? Because everything that got us here is going to keep us here. So, and the question is different. And then I always tie it back to what are the patient's goals? Because some people, dude, I want to get adjusted because I feel better for a little while. And that's what I want. And so I got to take myself out of the equation to go, I would love you to start exercising regularly, and I'd love you to lose 50 pounds, and I'd love you to eat these foods and have this mindset. But at the end of the day, I got to make sure I'm okay with, let me help you solve your problem. And then would you like my opinion on some of these other things? I think that's kind of the uniqueness of I don't have to force myself on to people with what they don't want, because that deters people. And that's probably where you've heard,
Mm-hmm.
once you see a chiropractor, you always got to keep coming back, or they wanted me to do all these things. And I think we just got to be real and go, there's benefit to that. But if that's not what you're looking for, I can't try to feed you that and serve you in the best way that you want.